When it comes to college football, there are games that you see before the season starts and you go, I just can't wait for this game.
Yep.
Michigan, Wisconsin is one of those games, and it was a game that before the season started, Michigan was favored in. Jim Harbaugh, Shea Patterson, this is the Wolverines' time. They were the favorite, but now the tables have turned only a couple weeks into the season.
Yeah, the Badgers with a couple blowout wins. They have yet to give up a point this year. Michigan, on the other hand, struggled with Middle Tennessee State and then almost didn't even win the game outright at home against Army. Shea Patterson has struggled. He's, with pocket awareness, things like that. Their defense was, run on a little bit by Army here. And so we've seen this go all the way out to the Badgers -3.5 in Camp Randall. Prior to the season, this was going to be a game that Michigan was favored. Now, if you're a Michigan backer, you get 3.5 points. We think that's way too much. Take Michigan here, plus the points.
There's nothing that sounds quite as sexy as saying I have not given up a single point all season.
Yep.
That obviously is grabbing the public's attention because, well, it's a fact. You can't win the game without scoring points. But just because it happened in the past doesn't mean it's going to happen in the future here. Michigan is our more highly rated team overall and defensively, and the offenses are pretty darn close. So you want to fade recent excitement, and you want to go with things that are more sustainable over time. That would be the Wolverines. You also hear this incessant talk of how Jim Harbaugh doesn't perform well in these big games. But take into context that he's been the underdog in a lot of those games, and so you don't expect him to win as many as, say, a Nick Saban, who's always favored. So you want to keep track of those little things that will trick you. This is one of those games. The Wolverines getting 3.5 points, which is nice because if it ends in 3, got yourself a W. Go to pff.com/greenline for all of the FBS slate this week, plus all the NFL games. We'll be back with you next week.
Thanks for watching the PFF YouTube channel. And if you want to subscribe, all you have to do is push the button. Don't forget everything you get. A little fantasy, push the button. A little Greenline for the gambling aspects of the game, push the button. College football, push the button. The YouTube channel from PFF.